Once you're a teenager, you want to be an athlete. You see yourself coming into a stadium full of people, hearing the people cheer for you. At 14, I had a chance to go play soccer in Italy. I went there, I was getting in a contract, but my mom told me, like, if you're good enough, you're gonna be good enough here, so why do you need to go over there? Basically, she told my coach to bring me back. I was disappointed, I was heartbroken. I no longer wanted to play soccer, and I no longer wanted to go to school. I started drinking and started doing drugs, started going partying, started forgetting about life. I dig my own grave, you know. I didn't know how deep it was going until I realized, whoa, I don't have anything. So now I'm trying to get out of that grave.
Building Up is a nonprofit social enterprise that works in the construction sector. So we take on construction projects in the community, often in affordable housing buildings. But then we use that business to train and employ individuals with barriers to employment. I sort of thought in my head, well, if business and the way that we operate as a society is creating issues, can't we use these same tools to improve them?
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for coming.
Michael Bloomberg put out a competition, the Genesis Generation Challenge, which was awarding $100,000 to 10 new organizations around the world that were going to use a business solution to create some social impact. We put in an application and boom, it happened. The idea that we're trying to do is use that opportunity to give you guys jobs, give people access to the work, and give people access to the training that they need. For me, it's just I was born into a situation with quite a bit of privilege, and I've met tons of people with this work that had a different situation they were born into, not their fault, nothing they did wrong, different set of circumstances.
We work in silence. We are hidden. It's a man trade. There's not a lot of companies out there that actually open the doors for women in trade. So for a woman, it's double time harder than a man. Coming to Canada as an immigrant, it was very hard. I really had nobody here. I came by myself not knowing what to expect. I've did multiple jobs. I've did cleaning carpets. I've worked in a factory. I work as a gardener. I work as a developer. I work as a demolition worker. There was never no growth within each company, so it was just work. Eventually, those work are gonna take a toll on your body without having nothing to show for it. I'm looking for security in a job where I live, financially, family-wise. I wanna live. I'm tired trying to survive.
So the best thing to do is make yourself up a resume if you don't already have one. A lot of the struggles people face when they're finding work, looking for work, comes down to self-esteem in a lot of situations. People don't feel confident and they think, I can't do this. And the reality is that they can, if given the right support and given the right networks and given the right training. There haven't been much shirt roughing or flange issues or anything? Nothing. They're also getting the real experience of working in a team to accomplish a project where they can get the tools they need to come out of a situation they're in and move into a new one that gives them a better quality of life and a real career to support themselves and their families.
Finishing is an art to me because drywall finishing has to do with finesse. It has to do with actually making a wall look straight, making a wall look good. So we're pretty much artists in the trade. After finishing college in graphic design, I tried to look for a job which wasn't that successful at the time. I was 22 when I found out that I was becoming a dad, and the experience was overwhelming. And that's when I decided to try and make a career at that point because, you know, being a graphic designer, trying to take on little jobs wasn't going to support anyone or anything. What attracted me to the trade was pretty much the amount of money you could make from it, which is making enough in terms of taking care of our child together.
I get involved in building up as a situation for me to improve myself. It was hard for me to get into the trade by me doing it by myself. The biggest barrier for me have been the way I look, the way I speak, and I guess the way I portray myself. I'm a female. I won't put color in it, but I'm black. I'm slenderly built, I'm slim. To females that do want to get into trade, I would say don't give up. Don't give up.
One time, we're driving around, started drinking, ended up at a nightclub, drove downtown. I got into a car accident and, hit a bus shelter. Luckily, nobody was there. That's how I became a criminal record. It ended up without a license. Didn't graduate, criminal record. It made it so difficult for me to actually get into an apprenticeship. And I feel that some people have used that where, okay, we're gonna keep him, he's a good worker, but as soon as you come and ask for a raise, they're like, well, you don't have high school. They kind of use that against you to keep you there, cheap labor. And I no longer want that.
Yeah, we got a couple boys down this way. The Shiwas are up there. I think we have a certain responsibility to just kind of support each other. We work with housing providers, and we do work in their buildings, such as come in and change all the toilets and the shower heads. We can find opportunities like this to merge our personal interests and the economics that we live in and just make more responsible decisions on how we spend our money and how we live our life.
My daughter is 7 months right now. She is the cutest little thing. She's the main reason why I'm in this, and whenever I'm thinking about quitting or whenever I think, oh, it's too hard to work right now, when she crosses my mind, I just get this sort of energy that keeps me moving.
Now I don't blame people, or I don't say, oh, it's not fair. No, because I have a chance to do better now. This is my future. I'm still alive. I can still do it.